When we say that we are conflicted and sit here in heavy heart with mourning, that is genuine. To hear that we have a ceasefire doesn't give me relief or peace. It doesn't give relief to the thousands who have been murdered, massacred, obliterated. It doesn't give relief to every single home that has been destroyed, every memory, the essence, the society, the culture, the history, our heritage, our lands, our trees, the roots that go deep into that soil that our blood is seeped through. It is not a sense of relief that I feel as a Palestinian. Is that a sense it's not enough. It is not enough. Every action has never been enough. They want us to cheer and celebrate. For what? We won't continue murdering you just now. We will stop these senseless bombings that have left people disabled, deaf, starved and hungry. For a moment, Israel has a long history of breaking ceasefire deals and blaming Palestinians for it. And I kid you not, we will be blamed for their violence as they have blamed us for 15 months. It's you Palestinians. You are barbarians. You are animals. Your children must die. And we are blamed for that. As we are occupied, colonized, incarcerated, arrested, controlled, put on starvation diets. As every single hospital has been destroyed, as our healthcare workers have been murdered and massacred and abducted. And as we watch in the West Bank, as they steal our lands, and we're mass incarcerated and tortured and experimented on. And they cheer it. We have war criminals here in Australia who celebrate their war crimes, who walk freely, who are not held to account. And they want us to celebrate and say thank you. We are not thankful. We demand, and we deserve, like every single human being, equality. That is not a word. Freedom is not a word. It is a state of being. It is a lived experience. There are laws and policies, government Israeli policies, that are built to oppress and control and dominate Palestinians simply because we are indigenous to that land. We are indigenous to that land. Our heritage, our roots, our ancestors sit deep into that soil, and they have tried to obliterate every inch of it, and they have not succeeded. And our people, they live in the rubble, and then they breathe the toxic fumes of asbestos and chemical warfare. But we still exist. We exist. after murdering and massacring millions of people, destroying millions of people's futures and generations of trauma this will take hundreds of years to recover from. I will not be thankful. We will resist. And the reason we resist is because we are human. We are humans. It is human to resist oppression. It is human to resist injustice. It is human to cry and weep and be angry and frustrated and still have hope. And hope is what we have. Hope in you, hope in ourselves, hope in our people, hope in every single one of us. And they can never disintegrate and crush us with their violence and their bombs. We are stronger than that. Our spirits are stronger. Our connection, our roots are stronger. I will be honest, I wasn't sure what I would say today. Because I've been trying to remain calm. I've been trying, along with my family, to feel a sense of positivity and relief. I've been trying to go through my everyday life that as Palestinians we do not walk with the shroud of death hanging above our heads. That we do not walk every day thinking of the ones who were lost and murdered, whose futures were taken. And we smile and we laugh. You see Palestinians cheering. We smile, we laugh, we dance, we hug, we love, we're gracious. And that is the only way we can cope with the grief of that shroud of death that follows us wherever we go. To be Palestinian is to know death, to understand it, to grieve it, to mourn it, and to still live. So thank you. Thank you for coming out every week. Thank you. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for not willing to be silenced and intimidated. Thank you for having the courage to speak up. Because our politicians and our media and the world powers have done everything they can think of to silence us, to put us back in that box where we are unseen, unheard, dying silently. Thank you. Thank you. And please know, when you say free, free Palestine, free, free Palestine, you say deep from your heart, free, free Palestine. That is what every single one of us.
Free, free Palestine!
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 Palestine is the moral testament of our times. Palestine is fighting for a freedom, for oppression, for every single person, every single oppressed group, every person who is dominated and persecuted. We are your voice and you are ours. We stand with you in solidarity as you stand with us. We are every single one of you. And I just want to say, particularly I want to thank our Indigenous community who's come out every week, because they have lived through 250 years of settler colonialism and genocide. Genocide. Let us not wipe that history away. genocide. And their children and their children's children are having to deal with the ramifications of that denial of history, that violence, and they are still standing and fighting for their liberation. This is Wurundjeri land. This is Indigenous land. This is Indigenous land. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be
Aboriginal land!
I want to finish this off with a poem that kept playing through my mind of a Palestinian woman. I seem to have lost it, but anyway. Palestinians always talk about death and rebirth. And as we mourn our dead, we need to plan for the rebirth of our future. Our liberation does not come with a ceasefire. A genocide doesn't end with a ceasefire. And you will have speakers tell you this. It has not ended. Just because the ceasefire is here does not mean that genocide has ended. People are dying right now, not from a bomb. Genocide is more than just a bomb. It is people who can't access healthcare, can't go to school, don't have a home, don't have a roof, do not have food. And we will see years of Palestinians dying from the genocide. So we cannot stop. We must continue. And we will be here every week. Will we see you next week? Will we see you the week after? We make a commitment. We will